Hey, what's good? It's DBG, Resident Chocolate Guy of the Final Stop Podcast. Have you heard there's a Patreon? It's $4 to join or $10 if you want the internal affairs. But it's www.patreon.com/Final Stop Podcast. Join it. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Final Stop. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegate, live from the ever-glorious Mescal Manor, live on the other side of the country, all the way in New York City. It's the Vampire King, King Possum, Lord Meerkat, Tristan Boling.
New York City.
Something about that hat makes you look like a director. I know, I did say it like a fucking guy from Texas who just hates those Yankees up north.
New York City.
Fucking
No.
And over here, the melanated dominant king of the side table. It's Andrew Oriana.
What's up, babe? Aggressive.
I take back both of those episodes.
I
guys.
hate
I'm sorry.
that. I hated that.
That's not the brand we created over here. This fat hunk of shit over here running the ones and twos. It's Andrew Oriana. What's up? Oh, by the way, we have some new merch ideas coming out. Tristan's coming to town. We're gonna put a couple of things together. We may even do a live event somewhere. I think that'd
be dope.
fun, and that might be possible in the working. So stay tuned. Join the Patreon. All that good noise. Didn't we have pull up the topic list, Andrew? We had something I wanted to talk about off top. Other than how fucking tight this Hummingbird Project shirt's fitting right now. I was like, all right, I need a shirt for the podcast. Where's the tightest? Because there's a difference between tight black I can wear when I'm standing and tight black I can wear when I'm sitting. The sitting tight black is the ultimate of all tight blacks. It solely is just chest and arms. It's just chest and arms. You don't need length. Length is not required. I can wear a child's extra large and have it fit just fine.
Yeah, it looks like you have a bunch of like paper clips holding the back of your shirt back, like how models do it when they just have like binder clips holding half their shit.
No, Tristan, those are just muscles holding the shirt up. That's how shirts should fit. Your
Nah.
shirt's trying to run away from your shoulders right now, and that's okay. That is what it is.
It's airy. I like it. It breathes.
Your shirt fits like spray paint that's been used a little too much, where you blow on one area and it just kind of like hangs down. It's just draped over.
Yeah.
Your shirt fits like a scaffolding is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I like it, and you can't change that. I got this hat from a Knicks game, and you can't take it away from me.
I know. You look all directory now. You look like an artsy guy who's like, I like sports though. I like connecting with the common man.
Just because I have glasses and a hat?
That's because you're a fucking dork in a Knicks.
Also, I like how you said common man. Every person on any athletic team is like a billionaire. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Just genetically gifted. That's not the regular man.
Bro, that's the every.
You know, Kevin Durant, the every guy.
The 6'10" every man? You talking
Yeah.
about the 6'10" every man, Kevin Durant?
Yeah, do you know how many times I'm like, I walk past just the average run-of-the-mill 7-foot tall man, and I'm like, do you play for the NBA? He's like, no, I do marketing.
Nothing
like, oh,
infuriates
really?
me more. I think we've talked about this once or twice, but a
Yeah.
tall nigga who doesn't play sports, it's a slap in the face to God himself. Why would I bestow upon you all these blessings, all these opportunities,
Wait, so are you saying you're not tall?
just for you to get into account? I'm not NBA forward tall. I'm tall. I'm tall enough that I'm the size of an athlete, but there's some niggas
You're
that
like-
are like
You're Chris
6'8".
Paul tall, and you're like Chris Paul
I'm a-
tall, and Chris Paul looks like he's playing with other people's dads.
I'm a point guard in the NBA. Steve Nash was 6'2". That's crazy. These niggas are huge.
Dude,
I'm talking about a 7-footer.
Can we start like a public thing, like maybe like a GoFundMe to like just kill Steph Curry? I don't like him.
So I
I
can't
just don't.
publicly advocate for the killing of any light skin. That's against my moral code. but what makes you say that, bud? All right, I'll take a shot at Daniel Radcliffe as long as we're holding weight.
What is that? You think Daniel Radcliffe is the guy with glasses ambassador?
That's the sexiest version of what you're going for. That or Rick Glassman. So you choose.
Who's Rick Glassman?
Pull him up. It's fucking, dude. It's you.
We've
There's
showed you Rick already.
No, we probably showed him. There's a group of guys.
Yeah,
who
I think
look
we've done this already.
just like you.
I think you've said that I look like Rick Glassman before, which
No, you have
super original.
You have a look. You have a look. It's the look. It's Rick. It's Rick Glassman or Tristan. It's Tristan Glassman.
It's so mildly Jewish.
Damn, it is uncanny. That looks like your father. You guys could be. You should get closer to him. You get cast as like at least like a fun uncle or something. Him in his younger years.
I'm young Timmy Glassman in the Glassman Chronicles.
Yeah, but you don't.
What
think,
does he
who's
do? Is he a comedian?
Yeah, he's stand up, and he was on Undateable for a while. The show. Who's the Mecca? Like for a light skinned comic, the Mecca's probably like Trevor Noah, I guess technically. Who's the pasty glasses and Jufro like Mecca of stand up to you?
I don't know. I'd say like Woody Allen, but he fucks his own kids, so you don't want to really be compared to that guy.
That's a bit of an ish.
Yeah,
You got him. Would you consider Schultz up your lane? Just no glasses? Is that the pinnacle?
I don't like. I've not been a fan of Schultz for a minute. You know
guys
that
have the same mustache currently, so some would argue otherwise.
I did it first.
Did you? Yeah, but did you do it
And
first
I
on
don't know.
Netflix?
I don't know if I don't think he did it first on Netflix
Actually,
either. He
you know
went
what,
to
Tristan?
YouTube first.
You did do it first, and I. No, wait. He did my fucking crack joke first. Never mind. Keep going.
You're about to give
Never
him
mind.
props and be like, he stole from me too.
Never mind. Oh
No,
yeah.
it was
I
about
am
the
also
eighth
a
of weed
victim.
joke.
Yeah,
he's trying to weasel his way into figuring out how to do the eighth of weed joke
I
stuff.
was 100% going to come to Dave Chappelle and be like,
Yeah.
this nigga stole from. Oh, no, he didn't. That was an 01.
This is 99, I think.
It's okay.
No,
It's all right.
I don't understand Andrew Schultz's haircut.
Oh,
Like,
it's
is
bad.
he-
No,
did it for
that's
a
when
role.
that's a haircut you get when you have no haters in your circle.
No, he did it for a role. I heard him talk about it.
Oh, really?
On Rogan. Yeah. Because Rogan was like,
What
the
is he
hell's going
playing?
on?
Like, is he a background character in a World War II movie? Who the fuck
I
is
mean,
he?
I would like to believe, obviously, he got cast as like the comedic relief Nazi somewhere. He probably got cast as like the Jewish empathizer Nazi. I could easily see that.
Dude, he'd be the most hateable Nazi just from his laugh. Just be like, yo, bro, you're in the oven. Yo, bro. Yo, slapping other Nazis.
He laughs more black than any black person that's ever come on that show, bro. He has to contain himself from getting up and running around.
He doesn't contain himself. Sometimes he gets up and runs around.
He toes the line. There's only I don't have an issue with a run-of-the-mill wigger. There's a line that you toe. You can only go so far to where it's like, all right, what do you want to be? You want to be Vanilla Ice? Because that's where you're stepping on. Just come out and be like fully, because you can't go back the other way.
I would love to
float
see
the
a
line
video of. I would love to see a video of Charlemagne dangling Andrew Schultz by his ankles off like the fucking like Vanilla Icing him
Off a
like
building,
Suge
yeah.
Knight. Yeah, just off the balcony of a hotel. Just being like, I'm sorry, bro.
He really leaned into it too. His like earlier stuff, he was way less chocolate, a lot more like nerdy. And then he got a little bit older and became. It's weird how you mature and become black in your late 30s. You become super chocolate. Maybe there's hope yet, Tristan. Just start wearing
Yeah,
capris and saying "boy" all the time.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, what's up, my guy, my guy, my guy? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
They get giant.
Just
people,
gonna
though.
start. Just gonna start hanging around bodegas and start saying the word respectfully a lot.
Hey, respectfully.
Yo,
think I've ever
respectfully.
said-
So like, I don't think I've ever said that.
Yeah, and then
Been
met some
respectful.
after. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
respected a guy right after. It's like, yo, respectfully, your nose hairs, not an issue at all, dog. Not a problem at all, in the slightest.
Yeah, like no one's ever been like, "Yo, respectfully, man, I just want to tell you that does someone have nose hairs and it's an issue?"
No, I just watched Andrew almost fucking Snorlax out completely. This guy closed his eyes for a suspect amount of time. Andrew's off 2
Are you
Eddies
sleepy?
right now. No, Andrew's off
Oh.
20 milligrams of Eddies. He took
Is that
Eddies.
why
I tried to
Andrew's
get him-
so quiet? I
tried
thought
to
this
get
was
him
a
to
bad
the-
episode.
No, his eyes are red. I can see it. Do you feel it?
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah,
hitting
you do,
real bad right
dumbass.
now.
Look at him. Well, because at first, this guy's slick. He's a smart guy.
Hey,
which I didn't think
Andrew,
was gonna
look
be
at
an
this.
issue.
Andrew, look at this. Look, you see this figure? Watch this. Watch. Oh, went over there. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, well, I went in and he was like, yeah, I just want to take 10 milligrams. I was like, all right. So I went and got some gummies. and I got 2. I got 20 milligrams, and I gave them to him. I was like, "These are 5 each. Here, take these." And he saw through that immediately and was like, "I'm gonna need to see the bag. I don't fucking trust you."
No, because
So
I
went-
saw him walk up with the bag that he pulled him out of, and then I said, and then he like walked back and picked up a different bag to put it in. When I said no, I don't want them right now, and he's like,
Here's
he
what you
completely tried
do.
to play him off.
Here's what you do. I've dosed my father before. What you do is you just give it when they ask for it. Just give it to them, and they'll just take it and be like, "Oh, that's as much as you want." And then just after they take it, it's like that was a lie.
No, but
Like
that's
I
the
did
thing. That's the thing. Daniel wasn't even good enough to pull off the trap. I saw him clearly grab 2 different bags.
Yeah, you definitely seem like the type of guy who gets too excited for pranks and ruins them for himself.
He did. He tried to do that goddamn Chet phone call.
Answer me this.
Here
Answer
you
me this.
go. Here you go. Here's
I'm
the
just
correct bag.
I'm just a demolition specialist. I'm not a sly move in the shadows guy. What was the objective of said mission? To get the big man to eat 20 milligrams?
Yeah.
Is the big man currently off his ass on 20 milligrams right now? Fucking case closed, lawyer. Thank you. I put
That
a fucking
being
stick of
said,
dynamite up.
If little chaos boy Trista Bowling was there, he would have been off 30, and he would not be having a fun time.
I would walk out and leave. This is not.
Is 30 a lot? Because I have an expensive tolerance to weed. It's not even a high.
I was about to say
tolerance.
I take the hundreds, so like
Yeah.
it
I was
doesn't.
gonna say I could hit a hundo and probably hang out. A hundo gets you, we're like Jesus, but you're not like. I don't think there's an amount of weed anymore that could, like, get me to where I'm like, this is not enjoyable. This is no longer.
That's not a challenge I think you want to take on, dude.
I mean, I'm sure there probably is. I'm sure you could like fucking mess around and take like 10,000 milligrams and really just like not have a good time. But like there's no like casual amount that you're just with the bros that you like. I could smoke, especially smoking. Smoke too much.
Sorry,
Maybe eating.
Sorry, I'm having a fucking. There's sounds. Oh, okay. So water is hitting my AC unit and it's letting out soft crackling sounds like something's on fire in my fucking apartment. So I just hear that and then Cody taking a shit. So it's like and like fire sounds. So I'm looking around I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this Looney Tunes
When you
sound effects
say-
house that I live in?
When you say taking a shit, do you mean you can hear the litter box being moved, or your 17-pound cat takes such thunderous kitty shits that you can hear it?
No, he takes like little string bang poops. But he
has barely enough sustenance to get it out. Sorry, keep going.
he eats a lot of food. But he no, it's just him like wiping up the litter behind him. He goes like psh, psh, psh. Okay. That scared me. I thought my fucking dude, there's been a couple times when I thought my AC unit was about to fall out of my home.
Doesn't it like stick out the window? You gotta like close it in the window.
It does. It does stick out the window. I'm no longer able to open one of my windows.
Is it snug or could a bird fly in? I'm so confuzzled on how New York living actually works. Do you get like random
No,
pigeons and guys that come like woodland animals?
It's snug. We do have we have the window open on the fire escape, so in theory a bird could get in. We did have I woke up to Haley screaming this morning because a spider was on her pillow, so we have to adjust.
Are you a spider? Like, are you the exterminator in your crib? Or are you a take
Yeah.
care of, mice?
I
Have you
don't-
had a mouse yet in the house?
No, we had a cockroach, and that was fucking bullshit, dude. I hated it. It was big. It was like one of those fucking this size boys, and it was coming out of the drain, and I was just like, die! It sucked. I hated it so much.
You didn't let it come out the drain first? You just stabbed it in the drain?
Yeah, no, it was like halfway out of the drain, and then I put a piece of tissue paper over it, like I laid a blanket over the dead body, and then I've got the end of a toilet plunger and just stabbed it and crunched it really hard, and then I pulled it out with the toilet paper and then threw it in the trash. It was gross.
What you really should have done, you should have sat there. Once you saw it coming out, because they never travel alone, you should have turned the lights off in the bathroom. You should have sat there, turn the phone light on, shine the phone light in the air so it still presents dark, and you would have watched like 3 or 4 more kind of creep out. Then you could have done some damage. You killed the sentries. They took that back to fucking cockroach base. Now they're putting together a battle strategy. They got realistic geo maps of your whole house.
It's like that. Have you
Let
seen
them
the show
come.
Invincible? Have you seen the show Invincible?
Nah.
Tristan, have you seen it? Invincible, the The animated
Yeah.
superhero. Yeah. You know that
Yeah.
scene where like they beat the first round and then the portal closes and it opens back up like a minute later and they're like 30,000 years evolved.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is when you kill that cockroach, dude. They send that back and they come back with an armada next time.
Dude, let
I
them
think there was
come.
a Rick and Morty episode like that.
Let them send their strongest. I'll take them. I'll face them all.
Yeah, you'll really see how chill you are with insects after that one.
I was meant to be in a different time, bro. It would have been so sick to live back in like warrior years. Like obviously I know you would have pieced out at about 23, 24 in some war over gold and, you know, Jesus or whatever.
Dude, imagine
But-
imagine there being like an 80% chance you're going to get stabbed to death. That's like a
Oh.
pretty low odds, but there's like a heavy chance that you may like, and that's like kind of a good death where you like want to get stabbed to death in battle because everyone else is doing it. It's a weird crowd mentality thing. I don't understand old wars where they're like, I'll die because he's dying and I love it. And I'm like, dude, I can never be into something that hard.
That's what I'm talking about. You know how like gruesome that shit probably is? Like we really stand in front line. Like realistically what happens is I know in movies they put like the main characters in the front and then somehow they make it to the credits at the very end. That's not realistic. If you're standing in the front and you're doing the whole gentlemen, today is for state and glory, and then you start fucking running, you die in the next minute and a half.
You die in the next minute or you get absolutely fucked up by a war horse.
No, your boys. No one's. You have an army behind you.
Yeah.
If you trip, they don't stop.
You know,
If you-
yeah, I was about to say, no one talks about the guy who falls and just gets his ass, and just like, and just being
have
like,
direct-
for glory, for Azeroth, oh God, oh God.
I have direct reference to this. Okay, we're going to play Betty Fairfax High School. I'm starting my sophomore year as quarterback. It's like a big deal. I'm way underweight. I'm like 150 pounds. I'm excited. I get to like lead the team out of the tunnel, and I trip and eat shit. And it works the same way. It's a bunch of juiced up fucking football. They don't stop. You just go, here we go, let's go, and you just get your fucking helmet kicked around, and then you have to go lead a team after that. That's the nice version. In an
Dude,
army, you get stepped on by a bunch of niggas with open toes.
I want the mic audio of the guy in the medieval helmet just being like, help, guys, just like poof, 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 just like getting beat around and stuff like
That was the very first
help me out."
NFL film soundbite. Hey, God. King, God
dude.
damn.
Dude, can you imagine? I think someone has a bit about this, like a stand-up bit, where it's like just being one of the guys in the back of the army at like that victory speech, because there's no way the dude on this horse, his voice is gonna carry all the way to the back. So it's just like you're sitting there like, what the fuck is he saying? You just hear like, I will die for glory, and you're like, yeah, and I'm like, we're running now.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, we're-
Anytime you ever worked at a sold out stand up live weekend, the niggas in the very back are doing pretty much just that. They're getting like
Yeah.
Anytime there's crowd work going on, if they're talking to some dude in the front, that place is so goddamn big you can't see it really in the back. They're just guessing.
No.
They're laughing when other people are laughing.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, why don't you stand up and turn around 360 so everyone can see you?
Do you
It's
know what
like,
I wish I
that's
would have
not
could have been a part of? Because I'm a glory whore at the end of the day. Like, there's something magical about being inside of like a big arena playing sports when people are like cheering. It would have been cool. Like, you know that scene in Troy where Brad Pitt comes out and like fights their biggest dude when like the armies are lined up, and it's kind of like the precursor
Yeah.
to the big fight. That would have been nice to just be like, all right, look, we can settle. I know y'all niggas marched over here, but like, send out your baddest dude. If I fuck him up, you guys leave right now. If you kill me, you guys can start invading our city.
Dude,
It's just like a
imagine,
gentleman's duel.
imagine just being like, find your best guy, and then as soon as you go out there, just he catches your sword and just catches you right in the chest. It's like, ah! Just like, they're just like,
the
ah,
shitty part.
fuck, we're done.
It's not like it is in the movies with like a bunch of cut scenes and these dudes die from like non-lethal, cuts with blades and shit. It's like, yeah, you'll get stabbed once and then it sucks and then it gets pulled out of you and you're not gonna die. It's gonna pull some of your body out. But you're like, ah! He's gonna
Yeah.
just it's gonna take
just-
4 or 5 like
Just screaming blood. Just like, just like him, just like, just like, just being like, this isn't going to be a good war for you.
The thing that's always annoyed me about sword fighting in movies is when they die so quickly. Specifically, the backstab. Tell me if you know exactly what I'm talking about. It'll be some guy fucking fighting, and he's like, he's killing this guy, and then he stabs forward, flips his fucking blade around, and goes and stabs some dude who's like coming up behind him, and then pulls his sword out. That guy drops immediately. You're like, nah, bro. He has a sword. He would have eaten that. It would have hurt, but he's still coming across with like a ride or something.
He's also sprinting at you. You think the momentum just drops?
You're getting knocked out, bro.
Yeah, you're getting tackled down.
It's almost as bad as the stupid like the back fist where it's just the back of
Dude,
your palm
imagine-
somehow knocks out a ninja.
Imagine you're the guy who gets punched, who gets like stabbed with the sword, and you just don't even realize it, and you just kind of run past him, and you have to turn around, just being like, "Something hurts. Oh God! Oh, your sword's in my chest."
It probably does happen like that. That's probably such a if you like literally get stabbed or like penetrated.
There's got to be a moment where like you bing someone up pretty hard, and they have like a chicken with the head cut off type of moment where they're just like walking around with a sword being like, "What's wrong? Oh, big fella, watch out. Watch out.
I would imagine.
You got a sword."
Especially some of the old weapons weren't meant for like quick killing. You got a fucking what's it called, like a bludgeon or like that shit with like a mace with like spikes on it. That's not a quick like game over immediately. That's like now your ear's falling off. You're like, this sucks. Please finish it.
That has the same.
It's also like if you do get like a good solid hit, that shit's stuck in there.
No, now
you lose that weapon.
Your ribs are broken.
It has-
All right, you broke the guy's ribs, but your weapon's gone.
Yeah,
It has
Now
it
he's
has the
pissed.
same. It has the same weapon physics as a sock with a can of soup in it. So like, it's not a very sophisticated weapon. You can just kind of
Okay.
like.
You're going to war. You're going to war. You have to survive. Surviving this war is the only way to get out and see your family at the end. What's your weapon? This is pre-guns, and you're not nice with an arrow. What's your melee weapon? What do you think is getting you out of that situation?
Shit, and I'm not nice with an arrow. How you describe?
Yeah, you're not nice with an arrow. You'll get fucked up. You'll clip somebody, get taken out.
I would say I would make a suit of armor that is also knives, and I would just run at people and just
Like the thing
punch.
Machine Gun Kelly wore to the Grammys.
Yeah, pretty much
You wear a
that.
Machine Gun Kelly suit.
Yeah, with spiky fingers, and I'll paint the nails too.
Bro, I'd hit a nice. Shields are for pussies. I'm probably going dual wielding.
That's what I was thinking too. Like those little like Viking kind of hatchets.
No, like two long
machetes
two
or-
long swords. Yeah.
You're not that strong. You're not strong.
It's
enough.
heavy, dude. It's heavy,
Right, buddy.
It's heavy.
Okay,
They're like
all
35
right.
pounds. It's pure metal.
You think I
Yeah,
can't
that's
go
like
wield?
one.
You
That's
you're
one
gonna do
arming
a
the bar.
45
You're
pound
gonna
plate?
have
Yes.
like a deadlift
you're-
bar, like a claymore. It's heavy
That's
at
what it is,
all
45
ends.
That's
pounds.
45. No, but what I'm saying is, you think you're doing 700 curls into dudes?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't factor in the reps. In order to not die, you have to do.
You thought you were just gonna flex it up like a leader?
It's just like the fucking.
Yeah, you're thinking about fight scenes and not the length of actual wars where you're fighting for days. You're
Yeah, I'm
fighting
like, what,
for
I gotta-
days.
I gotta flip like what 6 niggas with these broadswords. Call it a day. My bros will
Yeah.
clean up my light work.
And then we'll time jump to the end of the battle. You're telling me that's not gonna happen?
Yeah, all I
Yeah,
gotta do is put
listen.
down the leader. then everyone
I
else runs
fight
away,
down on
right?
the ground. I'm fighting down on the ground. Beep bop boop. Bigger dragon. We're in the shit. The show's over.
Beep bop boop. You know, I'm barely sweating. Barely broke a sweat.
Yeah.
Holding 245.
Beep bop boop. My teeth are still clean in the 1700s, but yeah.
Yeah. Beep bop boop. I got a scar. The only injury I got was a scar that makes me look cool. That's the
Just
only
a tiny
injury I
cut on the
retain.
cheek to make it look like I fought.
Yeah, and then I'll go back to my maiden with a full face of modern makeup and shaved pits, and we will make mixed race babies. Dude, none of those old shows ever factor that shit in. The only one that ever did was Pirates of the Caribbean. Those dudes have fucked up teeth, but not Natalie Portman somehow. She had nice teeth.
No, but what I was saying, dude, it's like, dude, those people that are like beep bop boop. Now I go back to my hot wife that has coloring as a white woman. Back
Yeah.
then, there's no makeup.
Absolutely not. She has full mascara on. What is that, Tresemme?
Her eyebrows are done. What are you telling me?
There's dragons in Tresemme. That's what you're telling me?
How does she
that's
have?
crazy.
how does she have a six-pack? It is the 1300s. I don't think you know what protein is. And I don't think if we do, women get it. I don't think women retain. If there's a who gets meat in the village line, I think women is pretty low on the list. Sorry, Peter Fowler.
Very good.
Sorry, it wasn't Chet.
Oh yeah.
Or Aldo's skate.
My mom actually called me during the podcast. I was thinking about answering, but I was like, no. She wouldn't do it the right way. She'd be like, this is my time to shine. I'd be like, nah, it's not what we're here for.
No, I gotta go to fucking the stand after this, hang out with Peter.
Is that how it works? So, like, you can't pull up under your own volition currently? It's like you got to be, like,
No,
the bat
I
signal
pull up
gotta
under
be
my
shown?
I pull up under my own volition. Like, I got like the 2 times this past week I was there just like at my buddy's shows that like not really with Peter, but like I had a reason to be there. I knew everyone. I was hanging out. I was holding court, so I looked natural being there.
Do the, like, the bigger guys, the headliners and stuff, I guess when you get past, does that just become, like, even if you're not doing anything, they just go there just to, like, just a hangout spot at that point?
Not really. It's not really like a hangout. It's usually well, it depends if friends are doing shows and shit like that. Like, say if like someone like fucking Impractical Joker, one of those guys are at the thing, a couple people will come out just to like say hi and shit like that. Just depends on the caliber of people. Like, people come out when Shane's out and shit like that. Like, a lot of people come just try to hang out.
Is it a big deal? Is it like, does word move around like that when he moves around? Like, he's here, Shane's here, holy shit. Is he, like, the new big
Sometimes
name?
word moved quick when Burr came to the stand not too long ago,
Is it
and
still like, sorry, go ahead.
and like it was just like a bunch of people just being like, "Yo, Bill Burr's at the stand tonight, isn't that what?" And I'm like,
Do the biggest names that live in New York that aren't like Seinfeld, Rock, and Chappelle, do they hang out? Do they do the cellar the most? Like, is that where Norman's at and Morel and all them?
yeah,
Like,
they
do the
usually it
stand
seems
some,
like
but- okay.
yeah they do the stand some, but it seems like the cellar is like kind of like the place.
Okay, interesting. That's the oldest one though, right? The stand's newer.
Yeah, the stand is newer.
Okay, interesting.
Interesting. Sorry,
I
I
love
ruined our
actually
flow,
to-
fellas. We're talking about being in war.
Oh, being in fucking the front lines. God, I'd tear up. You guys doubted my broadsword shit.
No, we told you it's not going to work out physically.
Maybe battle axes then.
Yeah,
Maybe a
that's-
sick duel. Those weigh
Dude,
the same. Those are
carrying a broadsword on you would be a fucking nightmare. Can you imagine walking it like 5 miles in like blistering sun with 900 other dudes being like, "You can't bitch." It's like other
Like,
dudes being like,
200-pound armor on too.
Yeah. You're in 200
Yeah,
pounds
and
of
keep in
armor, you
mind-
have a-
keep in mind, the best dudes are at the front who actually know how to fight. You're probably a farmer who was just given clothing and just being like, you know how to break it, you know how to split wood, right? And it's like, yeah, it's like, do that but with people. Here's a sword.
So you're a ranch hand with a practice spear. You're out there with a fucking dull spear on the battlefield trying to not die.
Yeah,
That's the
and for
reality. That's what it was.
And for every like hero story of like he was the ranch hand and then he came and won the war, there's like 1,000, like 100,000 being like he was dumb as fuck and he died instantly.
Yeah, they took 17 guys from that same town. Most of them got slaughtered almost immediately by arrows. They didn't even make it to the swords out part. They were standing there.
Yeah.
Like, what's all that stuff? And that's how their life ended.
No, but dude, the funniest thing
Yeah.
is that, we're talking about you're not nice with like a bow and arrow. When you do that like raining arrow shit, you don't have to be good at all. You just have to blend in with the other arrows.
You know what's funny? You have like a fake arrow. You're like not even. There's so many guys you're like, dude, they'll never fucking. You're not even strong enough to pull the string back. You just like.
It goes just bloop.
Dude, you could totally have the arrow in your thing and just go like make the arm movements of being like, there it goes, and just put it
Throw
back
it.
in your quiver.
You make the sound with your mouth.
just,
Pew, pew.
yeah. That sucks.
That would be the nastiest thing to be good at, though. That would be the coldest. It's obviously the hardest, and you no one shoots like Legolas from Lord of the Rings. We're just like fucking like this. But to really have like a, one arrow per like minute and a half, and to like see it pick off a guy, where you're like, come on, motherfucker.
Dude, that's gotta
Just see it
because
drop of the chest.
you never watch the guy shoot you with an arrow. You're never chasing at the guy shooting you with an arrow. You just get picked off.
It just
So
gets
you're
shot.
just sitting there. And so you're
You're like,
sitting there
"Come on,
mid-fight.
Bring it.
You're like, let's like quick to the foundry. We'll stop. Ah! Just like fucking, just
You don't
sink.
even-
Just
For Narnia. And your fucking side of your head just gets clapped with 6 arrows.
yeah, you're just like blah blah blah. Just you don't. It's not a beautiful death. You don't just get like shot with an arrow and you're like, ah. Usually it's like, oh my god.
No, realistically, it's gonna like pin your arm to fucking the ground. You're gonna get shot with an arrow, taken down to the ground.
You're gonna blink one last time.
Yeah, your arm's gonna be sitting there, bro. That's honestly, dying in war now has to be so much sweeter compared. This is a weird take. Dying in war has to be so much sicker now than like as far as just like a user experience than fucking back in the day. Death by blunt broadsword sounds absolutely fucking miserable, dude.
Not even, not
Getting
even.
hit by a cannon, dog.
Dude, taking a cannon to the chest has got to be fucking tough.
Bro,
Like,
that was what
that's-
they were doing. They were lining up. It was dudes. It was old English niggas lining up. They had cavalry. They had cannons at the other end of a football field, and they're like, "Hold, Reginald." Reginald's a hole in his chest the size of a volleyball
Dude,
now.
tell me if you're running at a cannon, your first instinct wouldn't be jump. Like, I feel like I could jump over.
Could you imagine? In the history of the world, I bet you some guy has tried to do that. and
I
then he did,
imagine,
just like when a
but as
hurdle
soon
goes
as
south
I
in
get, as
football.
soon as I jump, I'm gonna catch a cannonball in the nuts, and it's gonna send me flying backwards.
That's the best case scenario. That's best case. Worst case, and realistically, it clips the bottom of your shoe, incinerates your ankle. That's just gone. That just turns into a mist. Now you're
And
limping
then you
around
just,
like the.
yeah, and then you watch a custom cannon barrel just for you out of the artillery line, just point downwards at you, and just be like,
They all
no,
face up in unison, and one just goes. No.
yeah.
And that's also dreaming too big. Realistically, 3 enemy niggas also in shoe-shined boots come out with dulled bayonets and stab
just
you in
kinda
your asshole
stab
until
you to
die.
death.
And
Just
it's
like-
much like the first one, just screaming and a lot.
Yeah.
My ass! Ah!
Yeah, with the formality of poking a dead thing with a stick, 3 guys will come out and gently stab you to death.
From like distance, they don't even gotta get close. They stand at the end of a 4-foot musket, just
They don't gotta bend down.
sweeping your life away.
Yeah, just plant you into the ground, dude. I think one of the worst was the worst wars was like the First World War, just because they hadn't really they just started getting they started doing like jackass war stuff where they're just where they're like, all right, so we dug a bunch of trenches. I'm just gonna throw a horse in there, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna run I'm gonna run full horse. I'm running full horse into a 6-foot hole, and then I'm just gonna fuck shit up while I'm down there. And then also making mustard gas.
Just being like, dude, what's your plan? Well, I'm gonna take this 1,000-pound fucking animal into this 4-foot trench.
Yeah. There's 35 people in here like sardines. I'm gonna run this fucking Secretariat Volvo through here. It's like I got a Ducati. I'm driving it through the fucking trench.
Well, General, I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna take this unicorn and I'm gonna ram it right.
Dude, they're making like mustard gas and stuff. They're just like, if I pour these two things together, it makes those guys' eyes bleed. So I think we're doing something
the
right.
Bouncing Betty, or was that in World War II?
That was like World War II. I definitely think it was World War I was jackass style war. Vietnam
they
was
just
more.
invented flamethrowers, dude.
Yeah, Vietnam was more pranks. There was a lot of pranks in Vietnam.
Dude,
just,
no, Tom.
just holes with sticks in
Yeah.
them pointing up.
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I'm
a good
telling you,
prank.
You've heard the expression, "Hi, I'm Wei Lee, and welcome to Jackass Korea." You've heard of shit on a stick? We're taking that to a whole new level. It's just sharpened bamboo
Yeah.
that Viet Cong literally would just dump on.
Hi,
you
we're
get
the enemy,
stabbed.
and we're in the trees. It's like those jackass pranks when they go on a golf course with an air horn. It's just like a bunch of dudes, like a bunch of Korean guys watching GIs go down, just being like, pop. They'd be like, whoa! Like, look at those guys, they're so stupid.
That's funny. A bunch of Viet Cong with air horns fucking with a bunch of American soldiers trying acid for the first time during the Vietnam War.
Yeah, it's smoking
just-
weed out of shotgun barrels. I saw a video of someone doing that.
Yeah, that's where the term shotgunning comes from.
That makes sense.
You know? Because it's not gay, apparently, to suck smoke out of your boy's lungs. That's apparently fine. That's
No,
not
they
weird
did
at
it with
all.
a shot. They did it with a shot, like an actual shotgun.
Okay, so
They
it just has
basic-
to travel a distance through steel for it to not be gay as hell to you? What's the...
Yeah.
You're blowing your breath into my mouth. That's weird as
Dude, dude, if I blew my dad through a gun, that'd be fucking straight as hell. There's like
how
there's
does
no
that
way
work?
that can be gay. If your
That's the
dick
same
was
logic
big
you're
enough to
using.
reach through the other side of a cannon barrel, if I suck it, that's straight as hell.
Not even suck it. If you blew wind, basically what you're saying is because of the tunnel, if you blew wind through a tunnel up to your dad's dick, that's not gay. Thank
Yeah, I'm being a good son.
you. You know, participating in the family, Daniel. Why don't you
Dude.
try it occasionally?
I was on a podcast with my buddies over here recently, and one of my friends, Kevin, was telling me on the podcast, he was like, I was talking with my buds, right? And they're like, did you ever have a person on the block who, like, you looked up to, who was, like, kind of reluctant, but, like, was always there for you and stuff like that? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, who was your, like, best friend growing up who you looked to for guidance? And I'm like, my dad. And he's like, fuck. And I'm like, are you just basically saying I'm like that was a pretty hard flex that I have a dad, right? Like him just being like, "Ooh, do you know who that person who was like a father figure to you, but not really your father?" And I'm like, no. And he's like,
You're like,
okay,
didn't have an actual father. Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's sad. I'm sad. Okay.
I am distraught. Oh, dude, I have whiplash in my neck. I don't know what the hell happened. I just snapped my shit. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what's up. I'm gonna get a nice little massage after this with the Theragun.
Are you? Oh, I was about to say, would you go get like a massage? Like you can in New York. There's 1,000 fucking places to go get a massage. Would you go to one of those rinky-dink places?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never actually been to one. I've had massages, but like only through football, where it's like they bring in somebody. I'm too
Yeah, but
ticklish.
that's like a medical like massage and shit like that. That's like someone who's like paid and knows what they're doing. But like you're getting that like fucking you're getting that secret menu massage over
Like
here,
a-
dude.
Like a massage envy, like a mom who's trying to get her kids back. Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
like
Or
yeah,
like an
oh,
Asian rub and tug.
no, I don't know where the rub and tugs are, and I don't know what there are places. I know a buddy of ours actually was telling me about his experience with one of those, which was very funny. And he's like, they just don't speak English. You just give them $100 and they jerk you off. And I'm like, what a nice economy.
I'm not mad at that. That'd be weird, actually. Maybe never mind.
What if you're just a
that'd be
big tipper? What if you're just a big tipper and you don't know the fancy fun rules and you're just like, I want to make your day. No, get away from me. Stop trying to jerk me off. No.
Chasing rain. Chasing you around.
No, I don't think I'd be able to get a massage. I think my body looks too weird laying down naked.
Looks all right standing up, is what you're saying?
No, I just don't like me naked. I don't think it'd be a good look for me.
Do you walk around shirtless to the crib?
sometimes I get self-conscious about it.
That ass.
Yeah, being shirtless by myself. It makes me feel
Wait.
it makes me feel like I'm in 8th grade. Like I'm just sitting
Right.
here shirtless, not doing anything, just being like, bleh.
So you're at the point. So you're at the point right now. You're telling me in your life where putting a shirt on is the difference between a productive day and a non-productive day.
No, I always put on a shirt because I'm trying
'Cause
to
you
have
would
a
feel
productive day.
unproductive.
I would feel ugly. I would feel ugly and I would feel gross.
If you,
I'm
what,
like,
if you,
dude, my chick comes up to me and I'm like a woman who's pregnant. And she'd be like, "Do you want to have sex?" I'm like, "I feel gross today." I'm like,
That
"Don't
happened to me
touch
last
me."
night.
I feel. You felt gross?
Yeah, it just wasn't.
Put
well,
your leg down.
We had a lot
Put
of.
your leg down.
Bro,
what
they
are you
can't see
doing?
anything. I'm getting comfy, bro. We're hanging out. It's the back half of the cast. I was not in the mood a little bit last night. I was tired. We had peppers and sausage and shit for dinner. And then she was pushing. I was like, come on. I was like, come on, I'm tired. She was pushing and pushing and pushing. And then eventually she pushed a little bit too hard. And I was like, all right, well, we'll see what we got in the tank. But it was, yeah, occasionally I get that just, I'm tired. It sucks because like 16, 17, 18-year-old me would call myself I'd call me gay right now. Like, what are you, gay? You're not having sex
Dude,
all
I'd
the
be
time?
such a loser. I'd be such a loser being like, I have to have mandatory sex with my girlfriend. Boo hoo.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, we can't let this get past like 6, 7 days. Otherwise it gets bad.
Yeah, or else she starts doing stuff, starts cleaning weird. She's
What?
like, I don't know.
just found something out?
She'll get a smell about her. She'll start digging holes places and then burying shiny objects and putting
No,
them
no,
down.
go back to the cleaning weird. That sounded real before the jokes started. Everything else sounded like a bullshit joke, but the cleaning weird, that sounds like something we need to talk about. What does that mean?
She starts tidying up a lot.
Huh?
Like aggressively?
She
Like,
she starts doing like busy work. I feel like she just gets two in her head, and then I'm like, then I make her like gunk, and she's like, oh, I could chill.
Ew,
She gets too wound up.
It's so wild to me that someone finds you as sexual as a being. It's fucking crickets.
I don't get it.
It's so weird.
That's so weird.
They make her gunk. The fucking girl.
She says gunk when she does it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh babe, you get a gunk for me, and she's like, I'm gonna gunk.
I think watching you have
That's
sex
so
might be
weird.
one. Like if you get up to when you die and you get up to heaven and God's like, all right, bro, let's just see. Like you get 3 questions or like 3 answers. You want to know like, did Hitler actually make it to Cuba? Did Tupac die? What do you want? I'll be like, can you show me like Tristan fucking for a little bit? I just want to see like 10 minutes. I'm curious. I just want to know.
And God's like, that's not a question. He's like, all right, may I please see it?
Yeah, okay. May I please see Tristan do whatever it is he calls fucking?
Who is Tristan fucking? Can I see it?
Yeah. Tristan plus what? It's a simple math problem, God. Tristan plus what motion equals gunk? That's all I want to know.
Dude, I was thinking about, would this be a funny sketch if there was like, it's basically like some person died from an explosion, but they want to have like an open casket, but all that's left of them is like their ass and pussy, and it's like one of those ass and pussy sex dolls. And yeah, it's just like a whole bunch of people just going up, just being like, we are gathered here today to remember Jessica. And they look over, it's just like a veil, and just like a butt in pussy with makeup on it.
That one creepy uncle's still like,
Yeah, just being like, don't smack it on the ass. Come on. What? It's what she would have wanted. It's my niece. Come on.
oh, that's tough. Oh, that was a question I was going to ask on the Patreon. What is if you, let's say you got a daughter one day, what's the absolute last porn website you want to find her on?
What? Anything? Dark web.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah.
you went way dark with that. I thought you were going to make it
Goddamn.
fun and be like, well, if she was on black, that would kind of suck. Wow. It's like, yeah, I don't know. maybe getting gang raped by like some Muslim niggas and then dismembered. Sounds.
I
Pretty
was
bad.
thinking more her just being like, "Oh, aren't you the guy who like her dad?" It's like, "Aren't you the dad of the chick who just got fucked by a dog?" And everyone shares it, and I'm like, "Unfortunately, yes. I lost my best friend and my daughter that day."
I just started getting into like gang shootings. I don't know why, but over the last like 3-4 days, I started getting really into.
I think
like,
you need to elaborate on getting into. I
getting-
think
yeah,
that
bro, I
it's-
spun the block on some pussy ass neighborhood Crips. Like no, dumbass. Like watching like news or not too much dark web shit. I just started getting into that like 2 days ago, where instead of just like going on YouTube and looking up like gang shootings, I would type it in at Google, which pops up with a little bit more like, you know. And then I went to page 2, which is where they hide the goods. And bro, some of it's fucking. I don't know why I enjoy watching it. It's like I like seeing pieces of shit people. I think that I can.
How'd you know they're pieces of shit?
Because they're shooting other guys. I think that like I like watching.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Oh,
about
so
the
now
guys being
guns are
shot.
bad. Oh, okay.
No, I just like being able to be like, yeah, those guys are bad. Look at those pieces of shit over there. Because like sometimes when I do that to people who like could not be pieces of shit, it doesn't feel as justified. But I like scrolling and just being like, look at all these dregs of society. And also watching dudes get fucking mowed down in New York. Jesus Christ, the place is a jungle. Keep your head low.
Yeah, dude, it's not safe out here. It's kind of scary.
I would not go to a bodega at night. No chance.
Oh yeah, every time I walk into a smoke shop, I'm just like, cool, I'm on CCTV. Let's hope there's not a live leak next to this. And it's just
Yep.
not me just getting like my shit pushed in.
Let's hope
There's
this
a guy
didn't
who
sell
did-
someone stale backwoods a couple hours ago.
No, there's like a video, like I think you probably saw it. The guy in the smoke shop just like shooting that guy like execution style. It's not too far from my home.
He
It's
shot him in
like
the back of the head, and then he walked by and just went dot dot 2 more and just walked out. And you're like,
yeah,
Bro.
and he's on parole for another shooting. Dude's 21. It's crazy.
I was gonna say, dude, I don't understand how there's people like that can like, I don't just. It's not even like torturous. It's not like you went into a home and like fucked up a family and held them for a while and tortured them for death. Like just to straight execute someone. To just like the dude was leaving, you shot him in the back of the head, and then he was laying down like possibly still could have lived, and then you shot him in the back of the head 2 more like, and then you just walked out and went to go like get some Chick-fil-A later. Like that's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
And you can just brag
People-
about it or like live with that. That's wild. No,
Yeah,
I think
dude.
I could
People
do it-
just. What do you
I
think
think-
you can do? I want to hear
I-
the stipulations where you can murder. Let me hear the
I think I have-
caveats. It has to be a
I-
Sunday, 3 p.m.
No, I think I have the, or at least I used to, because murdering for all intents and purposes is like a young man's thing. Like the majority of gang shootings and also dudes that kill dudes in war, it's just all young guys. Not anymore, but like when I was 18, 19, 20, I had like the physical ability to pass like any training that I needed to in the military, and also like if I felt justified, I feel like I totally could. If you're like overseas somewhere and a dude has an AK to some little kid, I don't know. I feel like I could. If it came down to it. Get
I mean,
mentally
yeah, if you're
trained,
putting
be there with your
yourself in
boys.
those heroic situations, yeah. If you're, overseas fighting the enemy, there's the president's daughter in one hand and man has an AK-47 to her head, and you have to make a split-second decision. Do you want to be the hero of America, or do you just want to be another random man working at the gas station? Yeah, I feel like that's a very specific situation. Not like, someone making you mad at a store and having a gun on you and just being like, I'm going to make the news. Like, that's completely different.
I don't know if I could probably do that too on like the home front version of that, where it's like you're at a Walmart, and, a guy obviously starts popping off, and you just got your sidearm on you.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy, dude.
I'm not that guy from
You think you're
afar
DaBaby?
or up
You
front.
think
I'm
you think you're DaBaby in a Walmart shooting fucking firing rounds off?
I'll run up and Max Payne and Nick. I'll be like, "You think you're fucking lucky, punk?" And then it just says "bang" like a Looney Tunes cartoon. It's no actual gun.
Nice. Bang.
Not everyone's gonna be a hitter. It's all right. In the back half. All right, boys. Here's what we're gonna do. We got 10 more minutes. Andrew, pull up some.
If you could be the coolest guy in a war, if you could be the hero
Shut
of that war, what war would it be?
Go right back into it. We're about to go back, I think. I don't know
The
how
war?
war looks. I don't know how war looks today. I think it might just be all cyber and online, but
Tell that to the Ukrainians, dog. They're getting bombed. Dude,
Dude, I
Whoa,
saw
shit.
my
They're
buddy,
not,
my buddy Roey sent me a sick. It's not a sick video, but it's pretty wild. It's like this guy. It's a Ukrainian drone strike, and it's just like this little drone just buzzing probably about like a football field above these two Russian guys, and these two Russian dudes are blowing each other in the middle of this combat zone, and you see the Ukrainian thing just go zip zip, just like look at him and just like bop 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 bop, and then like zap zap, zooms out, can of soup, drops down, just bang. And I'm like, can you imagine just getting head from your comrade and just being like, what is this? Oh gosh, and then bang.
Jesus Christ! Wait, there were 2 Russian soldiers. Wait, that whole story's.
It was crazy.
Getting head from your comrade.
Can you imagine getting on the front line, getting head for it, getting comrade head, and then
absolute gushy from your.
yeah. He's got his dick and balls in your mouth like a rusted nesting doll. Taking one out, and each one there's a smaller inside.
Your mid tonsil exam of one of your comrades, and a fucking Campbell's chunky soup can comes out of this guy.
Yeah,
Chef Boyardee fucks up your day.
yeah. Dude, I wish I could have like. Do you know how there's like a Nerf whistler? Do you know how like when you throw? Do you know? Yeah. Dude, it would be funny if on mortars you could just have like that doo 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 and
Like can rolling.
yeah, like when it's rolling, yeah, just fucking.
Have you seen that video of that where like it gets to the very end and it's the mom just being like, "Wait, did you steal this shit?" And it just comes and slaps the fuck out of the kid.
No, I've not seen that. I had an idea for a sketch where it was the Campbell's soup thing, and it was like following this little girl, and then it runs through like a hobo town where it's like a bunch of homeless guys chasing after it, being like, "Stop! Like I'm so hungry!" And then they show up to this little girl's house, and they just ransack her pantry.
Why is everything dark with you? Why does everything got to be some little girl's always in turmoil?
Nah, it's not always that.
Oh, all right, that was good. I don't know what else we got to close this bitch out. What are you thinking?
Let's go back into the hitters
What are
of
you
that.
thinking? Yeah, bro, just full. I guess it's just a war episode. Just a war episode. All right. What do you think the?
If you can ride into war on one animal, what would it be?
No, what do you think the baddest? No. What do you think? A donkey? What do you think the baddest soldier of all time is?
What do you mean?
The baddest soldier? What do you mean? Master Chief. Done.
No, like samurai, the Huns, Green Berets.
Are we just turning this episode into
the deadliest warrior?
Deadliest warrior
Yes,
episode?
I was hoping you weren't going to call it out.
Samurai versus.
That show had
Dude,
so much
that-
potential. They could have went like real deep with that, bro. They could have went like fucking like neighborhood Crips versus a schoolyard Crip, and had like a real like
OGs versus.
They just
Yeah.
make it personal beefs. Anthony versus Travis.
Jamal from Baltimore versus the Law.
I think you're describing boxing. I think now it's just boxing matches.
No, but like, bro, first of all, that program they used to run those shits through, where it would be like,
Oh yeah, we put it through our algorithm.
yeah,
Yeah.
we put it through our
It ran
algorithm.
it ran 1 million fights in 1 minute.
We ran it through our algorithm that says no American special forces will ever lose to pussy ass KGB on this Spike show, bro. I think it was the Green Beret versus the. It wasn't the KGB. It was. What's the? Or,
It
no,
was
it was the
something like
Rangers.
that.
It was the Rangers versus the KGB, which is like their CIA, and they have the best intelligence in the world by far. These niggas go in a landslide victory for America. You're like, all right, Spike, fucking chill out. Throw on Mansers and let me beat off already.
Let me get my
That's
pickle
pretty.
out.
I'm trying to spill my cookies on 1,000 Ways to Die.
Dude, 1,000 Ways to Die was so funny. I remember, dude, imagine being a writer on 1,000 Ways to Die. They would have fucking just
You mean
kick
those
your
weren't always
feet up.
factual? Those weren't always factual news articles. The scenarios that
Oh,
you
what?
described?
Do you mean the
That you
person
could-
who choked on a bit of hot dog after her kink was making fucking people a vomit kink? She made a hot dog eater barf, and then a piece of hot dog choked her to death. You think that's based on true facts? No.
It is always like one part murder mystery, one part like sexual something, and one part Scooby Doo bullshit at the very end. It just like
Yeah.
ties it in all together.
And then a one-liner quip to close it out.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
next time he'll think about looking both ways before crossing the road, and then it'll just like go to fucking credits. You're like, all right, guys.
It just cuts to like a guy being like blah blah blah, and then
always
skulls
the
come
worst.
down.
The-
Wait,
what do they
was
call it?
I was thinking about. I was like, what's the one where it had the dick bag host? But I'm like, that's Scarred. Do you guys remember Scarred? Did you ever watch that show?
I couldn't watch that. I watched it for a little bit. It's basically ridiculousness with a shittier host, right?
It's ridiculousness with with like pretty much if you made a person from a Vans Warp Tour, if you like scraped up all the like the neon armbands and like put him in it'd be this dude with like the fucking cheetah print side bangs being like,
Yep.
"Welcome to Scarred."
I
Like
remember that. It was just dudes skateboarding. I mean, losing the testicle loss per episode on that was insane, dude. Just guys.
they had
popping
interviews with the guys where it's just like, yeah, here's a moment that skateboarding seriously affected my life. It's like, were you sponsored? It's like, no, I almost died. Like
nuts. Yeah, I
trying
was
to
trying
have
to gap
fun.
this 17 set of stairs, and you're like, for what reason?
It's so stupid. It's like I tried to jump basically a 2-story building on my skateboard, and for some reason it exploded. I don't know what happened.
I tried to jump these 6 buses in my loose DC shoes,
Yeah.
and it backfired.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
man.
who knew? On rollerblades, I wasn't supposed to jump off this, like, fucking gas station. Who knew that I wouldn't be able to take the fall straight to the ankles? It's like, what the fuck were you expecting?
Speaking of trash reality shows, I was waking because my morning ritual is I wake up, I rub Taylor's back like morning, and then I go on Twitter and look at immediately just liberal bullshit that makes me mad, and this has nothing to do with the liberal bullshit, but I got online and there was this reality show like horror story. This lady got picked to be on this reality show where they like give basically the premise is they give an ugly person new teeth and they're like, hey look, we put rims on a Civic, and then. That premise sucked, so they canceled the show, obviously. But they didn't cancel it before they ripped this girl's teeth out. So they ripped all of her teeth out and then canceled the show and then sent
Nice.
her a legal letter that was like, please stop harassing the since deceased production team. We're not legally obligated to put teeth back in your mouth. Thank you. Have a nice day. So she's been walking around for 6 years. Because clearly, if you're in the spot to get all your teeth pulled for a reality TV show, you don't have a 401k. So she's sitting there, broker than a joke, with no teeth. She has like 4 bottom guys, and over some folded MTV reality show. How
That
she has
sucks.
not killed herself yet is absolutely insane. The fact that you haven't just walked off of an elevator into
I'm surprised she
absolute
hasn't
nothing.
gotten her own like TLC show where it's like Adventures of Fourtooth, where it's just yeah, my 4 front teeth. Yeah, that's pretty much just sitting there, just being like, she's like, "Hi, my name's Barracuda Mouth, and today I'm gonna teach you how to eat corn on the cob my way."
My name is Kip. Oh man, that would be okay. Are you taking your teeth? Or are you taking your hair? You got to pick one. You can have one forever.
I'm taking my
That's
teeth.
insane. I'm
fuck,
taking my
man?
teeth.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, teeth
Good
are like
question.
not a cosmetic thing. You kind of need teeth.
You can gum some stuff.
Do you know how many times I've been caught? I caught chewing my food with my hair, and I'm like, what am I doing here? This is an Olive Garden. This is a fancy establishment.
Do you know what I needed? Here, we'll end on this. I think we're almost done.
We need a few more minutes because of the phone call.
All right. Did I already tell you?
What
the
would you
slotted
rather?
spoon
What
thing?
would you rather have? All the skin on your body, or just on the bottom of your feet?
Dude, shut up! It wasn't that dumb of a question.
What would you rather have? All your skin removed or a beard that touches your sideburns?
Yeah. What do you want? Oxygen or an Oscar Robinson rookie card? You
Yeah.
choose. Did I already tell you guys about the slotted spoon thing?
What?
The slotted spoon
What?
thing? How my family came over and pointed out we don't have a slotted spoon?
Oh, you don't have
What
a
does that
slotted
even
spoon?
mean?
Okay. We have a fucking.
Say if you're making pasta and you want to get like a single noodle out and drain some of the water or something like that, you need a
Yeah,
slotted
kind
spoon.
of. But they make specific pasta ones that have like prongs and then a hole in the middle. I'm talking about just like a big serving spoon with like holes in the middle. Okay. I have like a relatively big kitchen for a one bedroom apartment, and like my girlfriend has all of the fixings you could possibly want: a KitchenAid and an espresso and all this other crazy shit. My mom and sister come over, and they're making Passover dinner, and my sister, fuck, damn it, my sister just goes, "Huh, hey mom, look, they don't even have a slotted spoon." Dude, the rage of damn it's actually, are you fucking serious? I have more accessories in here than your damn life is worth. You're talking shit. I don't got a slotted spoon.
Yeah, I have a
thought it
thing
was-
that makes slotted spoons, you piece of shit. I don't need a slotted spoon. I am a slotted spoon.
Do you say? I have a
I'm
thing
trying to
that
be on
makes
your
slotted
side.
spoons?
I'm so confused right now.
I know. Sorry, maybe it was just an in-house thing. It was just between us. I thought it was. You guys didn't think Andrew's on fucking cloud nine. I've been able to get this guy to open his goddamn eyes the whole podcast.
Yeah, Andrew is surfing. Do you have to drive
Never seen-
home?
Yeah,
I've never seen Andrew cooked before. It's pretty fun.
I don't like.
Can you not let him die on the way home? That's
He'll be
that's something I would
fine.
like.
Yeah, that'd be sure.
That's what I want for my birthday. Andrew to be alive.
Shut the fuck up. That's so dumb.
It's a good
Damn.
birthday wish. I wish it every
Well, that-
year.
Because Andrew doesn't have much eye separation to begin with, as far as like vertically. So when you get a little bit like your shit goes,
No, yeah, I'm fucking cooked right now, dog.
this is good. This is good. All right, well let's read a Patreon name or two, and then we'll bounce up out of here, huh?
All right, let me pull it up.
Let's just read the
Man.
let's read the top two guys. We'll say something funny and hilarious, and then we'll get up out of here. Because I'm hungry. I'm hungry and I need to get more alcohol. I just had a brilliant idea.
What's
Scroll
up?
down, Andrew. Business-wise, this may be, you might just cut this in editing, I don't know. We have a full list of everyone who's ever bought the Patreon. There's been a few people who have left, but we still have their emails. We could reach back out to them personally.
Nah.
Be like, it's never too late, baby. Come back and join the Patreon.
No, I think we should reach out to people who haven't gotten the Patreon yet.
All right.
That's
Never
just
mind.
me.
All right, we're back. Hey, here we go. Last couple patrons that joined, we appreciate you. As always, we'll read out the new couple patrons that joined. If you want to change your name, throw it to something funny like Carl does, and we'll read it. Here, I'll pick one, Tristan. You pick one, and then we'll bounce out of here.
I got $1 McBaller. I always mention
Who would
him.
win in a Troy style duel?
Me,
Carl,
or
I will
baby,
go gay for some Jewish guy, or you're gay.
Hayden, for sure. Baby boy daddy Hayden would. It would be, the thing is, I've seen what Hayden can do, and like he'll just like he'll just spam the McDonald's menu over and over until like our comment section breaks.
All right. I wouldn't put my money on Carl either. That guy has the fighting ability of the sheep they drop in the T-Rex tank at the beginning of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I mean he couldn't even beat Adam J over Chick-fil-A or fucking cheeseburger or whatever that was.
All right. Well, we have really fucking
Yeah, we've really
Broke the
fucking
landing.
fumbled this end, huh?
Broke the landing gear off the end of this guy. Well, we appreciate you. Tell a friend about the cash. Join the Patreon. We'll see you next week.
All right. Have a good day.
Hey, what's good? It's DBG, Resident Chocolate Guy of the Final Stop Podcast. Have you heard there's a Patreon? It's $4 to join or $10 if you want the internal affairs. But it's www.patreon.com/Final Stop Podcast. Join it.